Hello, it's me again. Today I want to show you my video CD collection of The Sound of Music. This is the DVD version of The Sound of Music, the two-disc special edition of The Sound of Music. This one was released in 2008. But today we're not going to talk about the DVD or the Blu-ray, but we're going to talk about the video CD, as you know that this channel focuses mainly on video CD. So I have two different versions of video CD of The Sound of Music. The first one is the original video CD premiere, and then the second one is the new edition. So I talk about these type of selections many times, the original video CD premiere many times, and also the new edition video CD of the 20th Century Fox many times as well. I made a dedicated video for my video CD collection of the new edition selection from Fox. And today we're going to see these two different editions of The Sound of Music, and we're going to see the difference in terms of packaging. So the first one, we're going to check the original video CD premiere of The Sound of Music. There you go. The original video CD premiere is split into jewel cases like this one, so basically like CD cases. And this one is the first disc, and this one holds the second and third disc. That is the design of the front cover. That is the design of the spine, the other spine, and that is the design of the back. This one was released back in the year 2000. There we go. The Sound of Music, the original video CD premiere with that marking, original video CD premiere. Going to see the design of the disc. That's it. That's the disc 1. The design of the disc is exactly the same as the design of the front cover. And we got some advertisement for other available titles at the time. The King and I, and this one is a Shirley Temple film, and then Anna and the King. This one only holds one disc, disc 1. Then in the second jewel case, it's The Sound of Music disc 2 and 3. The design of the front cover is exactly the same as the first disc. Then that's the design of the spine, the other spine, and that is the design of the back. Nothing is different from the first jewel case, exactly the same. And we're going to see the disc. The design of the disc is different from the first disc. That is disc 2, and then underneath is disc 3. So disc 1, disc 2, and disc 3, they share different artwork. So that's a plus. And that's the marking again, the original video CD premiere. And the same advertisement for available titles, The King and I, the Shirley Temple film, and Anna and the King. There we go. The Sound of Music, the original video CD premiere. One thing is quite peculiar about this particular video CD package of The Sound of Music is that this is actually part of the original video CD premiere. And I've mentioned this many times that the signature of the original video CD premiere is that they always have the Indonesian translation or the Indonesian version of the title, but we do not have that here. So in other selections, they always have the Indonesian version of the title. I actually have other selections from the original video CD premiere. This one is Anna and the King, and then this one is From Hell on the original video CD premiere. So this one is actually in this slipcover. If we take the jewel case out, it's going to have the same package design of this particular part, original video CD premiere, and that is the title, From Hell, and that is the Indonesian version of the title. There you go. But the Sound of Music doesn't have that one. That's very peculiar because every single one of the original video CD premiere that I have, all of them got the Indonesian version of the title, but this one does not have that. And this one, the slipcover, also has the Indonesian version. That's the title, and that is the Indonesian version. But another thing that this probably the answer is that we can see it from the Anna and the King video CD. As you can see, the Anna and the King movie was advertised in The Sound of Music. That's the video CD package. This one also got the Indonesian version of the title, but only on the slipcover. That's the title, Anna and the King, and that is the Indonesian version of the title. But if we take the jewel case out from the slipcover, we cannot find the Indonesian version of the title. It's only saying Anna and the King. It's the same one, original video CD premiere, but only mention the English title Anna and the King. And the signature of this particular packaging is always there's always the Indonesian version of the title. But this one suggests that it's possible that the Sound of Music also got the Indonesian subtitle, but on the slipcover. I bought Anna and the King. It's a brand new and sealed. I bought it in 2023. It's brand new and sealed. But I bought this particular film, Sound of Music, secondhand. And I think the previous owner does not have the slipcover anymore because the slipcover is rather not very good. This is not actually a slipcover. I made a video about this one and I named this one as the worst video CD package ever because it's not actually a slipcover. It's just a paper and there's nothing holding the jewel case inside. So it's very easy to just get rid of this cover and then just keep the jewel case. So probably the Sound of Music was also released in this type of packaging, like that. So there's actually a slipcover, a front cover, a paper cover for the Sound of Music, but the previous owner, they probably got rid of that because this one is actually a very, very terrible design for collectors. So that might explain why this particular video CD version of the Sound of Music does not have the Indonesian version, and that's rather sad because that is the signature of the original video CD premiere that is gone in the new edition. There you go. That's the original video CD premiere of The Sound of Music. And I also have the new edition version of The Sound of Music. That's the logo, the marking. That this is the new edition of The Sound of Music. And this one is in DVD box type of package. That's the design of the front cover. That is the design of the spine. And that is the design of the back. The artwork is actually the same as the original video CD premiere. If we take the original video CD premiere, that's exactly the same. And then the design of the back is also the same. The same screenshots from the film. That's exactly the same scene. There you go. But this one is the original video CD premiere released in 2000. And this one is the new edition released in 2003. There you go. Sound of Music. And the disc is also in 3 discs. You can see the disc inside. That is disc 3, and then disc 2, and then disc 1. So the design of the discs, they're all exactly the same. From the first, the second, and third disc, they share the same artwork for the disc. So I think the original video CD premiere is more collectible in terms of disc design because each individual disc has different artwork. So there you go. And this is what have been talking about. The new edition. In the new edition, they got rid of the Indonesian version. So I also have a lot of this particular selection from new edition. I actually have it over here. So these are the new editions of The Abyss, and then Lake Placid and Predator 2. I have more, but I only got three of the new edition selections, and they share exactly similar logo saying new edition. And all of them, they do not have the Indonesian version of the title anymore because I've mentioned this before. They got rid of the Indonesian version in the new edition, so no longer in the Indonesian version. That's why I mentioned that the Indonesian version of the title, the packaging that has the Indonesian version, is the signature to the original video CD premiere selection. So that's rather sad why they do not put the Indonesian version of the title on this particular packaging. Another thing that's quite interesting is that probably you've noticed is that the design of the Sound of Music new edition is different from the configuration of these other new edition video CDs. This is the first time I've stumbled upon a new edition video CD on a DVD box like this one. So normally I only found the new edition on jewel cases like these ones. So it's very, very rare to find the new edition on this type of configuration. I think I mentioned that they also released Titanic on the original video CD premiere and then on the new edition, but I don't think the new edition of Titanic, which was also released in this type of DVD box, I don't think that that particular edition got this new edition logo underneath, but I need to check that again because I do not have the new edition version of Titanic. I only got the original video CD premiere of Titanic. So that's it about the package design. About the image quality, I think it's not really big of a difference between the new edition and then the original video CD premiere. But I would say that the sound of music on original video CD premiere has more I don't know. It has the new edition is cleaner. It's clearly that you can see that it's been through a digital processing or something. As there you go. It mentioned digital encoding process. While this one you can't find any marking saying that this one has gone through the digital encoding process. So when you watch these two movies, this one got more of an analog feel to it compared to the new edition. So I actually prefer the original video CD premiere of The Sound of Music compared to the new edition when it comes to the video CD version of the movie. So I think that is all that I want to share with you at this very moment. These two different versions of The Sound of Music on video CD. The one is the original video CD premiere selection, and the other is the new edition. I say thank you very much if you're still watching up until this very moment. Take care and goodbye.